Hi everybody, Ian Bremmer here, and a quick take to kick off your week. Lots going on, especially big elections. We have the France results, we have the UK results, we have the Iran results. We have a lot of uncertainty, of course, here in the United States. My big takeaway is this is a horrible time to be an incumbent. It's really challenging. And one huge reason for it that people aren't talking about because it's already way in the rearview mirror is the pandemic. If I'm talking to you right now, your life was really changed by the pandemic in ways that you never would have expected before, right? I mean, we all had to deal with social distancing and masking and vaxxing. And not only that, but of course, the global economy seized up. And is the pandemic, masking and vaxxing. And not only that, but of course, the global economy seized up. And people also stopped moving around for like a couple of years. An enormous amount, trillions and trillions of dollars were spent vaxxing for like a couple of years. An enormous amount, trillions and trillions of dollars were spent. And that got us through an incredibly difficult time. But on the back of that, you suddenly have no more money that's being thrown at everyone. And you've got inflation that comes from all of a sudden the supply chains moving and demand moving. You know, these are costs that people are paying that people no longer have those checks that were coming in. And that is very much the story. It's that the existing incumbents are not doing well. Macron is not doing well. He's lost so many seats in France. That's the big lesson. That leads to a big question here in the United States. November is coming up. Our elections are way too long. They're way too expensive. But 4 months, it's now starting to really be silly season in the United States. And even if Biden were an incredibly robust and reasonably popular candidate, he would have a hard time in this environment. And of course, that's not the case. He's by far the oldest person that's run for the position in the United States. He's showing that age. He's showing it more and more every day. I worry about that, of course. And if you're Biden, you can convince yourself in that environment, hey, I'm the guy that's going to be, as useful as anybody else. It's too dangerous this late in the race to bring in another candidate. I would agree with that. I would, if I really believed that what we saw at the debate was a one-off event and not a condition, as former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi said. I don't believe that. Certainly don't believe that on the basis of the conversations that I've had with the CEOs, the heads of state, the heads of the multilaterals, the senators, the members of the House that have been engaged with Biden regularly and routinely. Now, that's different from what the people inside the Biden staff are saying. They are on message, they are very loyal, and they are all saying Biden can do it. Have you seen his schedule? He's so robust, he's so active, he's with it. But anyone outside that who is not like being paid to be completely on message is saying Biden has a serious problem. And in that regard,
here, up there, I saw a UFO, and it went down the river, turned right at the United Nations, turned left, and then down the river. It wasn't a helicopter, it wasn't a balloon, and it was so near.
And it looked what, sort of round, white, luminescent, and silent?
Silent, and it looked dark, like black or grey in the middle, and had white lights, just looked like light bulbs, just going off, on, blink, 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 round the bottom, and on top was a red light.